Yeah, it was good job. Welcome back to another video. Real quick before the video starts, I want to ask y'all to subscribe if you want more informational videos on Arcane Odyssey like this. But yeah, let's get straight to it. So I was looking at the Trello, and right here it literally tells us everything that's in the game, to ghost ships, to legendary ships, to castaways, to sharks, and everything. So I just want to go over this with y'all. If you're interested in knowing what's in the game and you don't care about any spoilers or whatever, I don't really think it's a spoiler. It's just informing yourself on the game. So these three, I don't think we need that. Clans, we have clans. Castaways, it's the NPCs that are found stranded at sea who will help with like their call for help when you sell by them and all that. I'll show like videos if they have them on the screen. And then deckhands, travel NPCs that can be found in any town when spoken to. They will show what stats that what they offer as a deckhand when recruited. So these are like the guys that you can recruit to your crew, like on your ship, and you'll see them at like docks and all that, and they'll be like, oh, I know you, I've seen you, blah 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 blah, and you can bring them to the crew or not. Sharks are, there's 1 2 3 4 5 6 different types, 7 different types of sharks, up to normal sharks, and then up to the most rarest white eyes behemoth tier sea monster sharks. To get to some of these, you're gonna have to go to the whirlpool, or you're gonna have to do like, you're gonna have to go somewhere and all that. I'll put the Trello in the description down below, so don't worry about all that. You can look at it after this. So we got water spouts, another randomly spawning sea feature similar to whirlpools and large waves. This is an area of the sea that will have some effects appear over it and shortly after erupt, sending a large geyser into the sky. So if you see that leak in the thing, it's going to take you to the sky, I guess, to maybe an island. Or yeah, they said this could also be used to get up to some sky islands in the future by having a preset one underneath the island that goes off every X minutes. Rough seas spawns randomly over deep parts of the ocean, having varying sizes and roughness. That's just a different type of seas, different type of whirlpool, you know what I'm saying? Large waves, ooh. These will randomly spawn underneath harsh weather clouds and can grow to varying sizes and deal heavy damage to boats if they hit them. The things I actually like about this game is that weather is actually a big part of the game, and if you're not watching out for it, you can actually run into, like, example, large waves. You could run into tornadoes on sea, or you never know. So I like that you got to be aware of your surroundings. Sealed chests, these are like normal chests that they're not normal, but they're more rare. It's a special type of chest typically found at sea, which is sealed and cannot be opened by players. To open them, you must pick them up, transport them to the shipwrights NPC, or maybe a different type of NPC near shipwrights/docks, who will open it for you. They will contain more treasure than regular chests, as well as ship parts such as sails, hull, armor, lanterns, cannons, and more. These are going to be like the primary ways to obtain ship parts. And you can get those from like ships when you attack them, and you just take those back to the wherever you got to take them. If you're a villain, you got to take it to a secret spot. If you're a hero, you got to take it to, you know, any city, any town, anything. Ghost ships, I read this and I was like, whoa, bruh. But this is a feature. It's a phantom-like translucent ship that rarely spawns at night. Sailing close to them will cause them to unfurl their sails and start sailing towards the place they sunk. If you follow it to the shipwreck, lots of it will be found as sealed chests, ghost ships items, ghost ship parts, and more. So you'll find their ship and all their things they had on the ship when they crashed. NPC ship spawns randomly, AI calculated by the server. These can rarely be members of well-known pirate groups and contain random pirate NPCs that can be bought. So in the trailer you saw like random ships, you know, fighting and all that. That's basically going to be the NPC ships. Legendary ships now. A special type of boss ship that can rarely spawn. They will be for preset NPCs and play boss music when you're nearby them. So that's how you know you're near them and they're a boss. They'll be hostile to anyone nearby, and the bosses will have drops. So diving spots, rarely spawning structures in deep sea, have groups of chests and some indication on the surface. Diving where they should be risky due to sharks, but rewarding and worth it due to the fact that sealed chests sometimes spawn here. Depending on the difficulty, it might only be sealed chests that spawn instead of treasure chests. Expedition to the dark sea, that actually isn't in the game yet, but it won't be on release. But you could sail outside the war seas, cluster into the great unknown world beyond, unknown as the dark sea. There's unique items and all that new fruits, all that monsters, weather. When really deep into the dark sea, you get insanity, and there's magic weather, so be careful for that. But that's nothing you got to worry about right now, because that won't be on release. Weapon castings allow you to bind your Arcane weapon to a magic to allow it to cast all spells from the magic. This will be purely visual casting change and would require you to go through your first awakening before it's possible. So you'd have to, you know, level up. You'd have to be deep in the game for that. Cargo trading. I'm only gonna go through the relevant stuff now. So bought at all towns, islands. Crates are these are crates of island exports that can be found near shipwrights. When bought, it will be placed to your character's hand. It can be placed down on your ship to be transported, and it can be sold to a shipwright NPC. and I guess it's going to be a main way of getting money probably for, you know, normal people. And these are some professions for players. You can be an alchemist, chef, auctioneer, fishmonger, merchant, sailor, or a bounty hunter. Injuries can happen to players who fight too often or too much, which can hinder them in the future battles unless they let it heal. The exact cause of them hasn't been thought of yet, but it should be a RNG and it should be common. It shouldn't be common either. So so the types are legendaries, cause you to run up to 50% slower. Hip, take damage from falling any height with a sound effect. Calf, cause you to jump and high jump to up to 50% less depending on the severity. I was like, bro, what? Hold on. Neck injury, cause you to take up 25% more damage from all sources depending on severity. Chest, you take a burst of damage randomly and they hit harder depending on severity. So injuries are gonna be like an actual like problem. You're gonna have to heal them or it's gonna affect you in a really bad way. And then there's random spawning shipwrecks, awakenings that you don't have to worry about until you're deep in the game. Like this is like Endgame stuff. Lost spell scrolls, lost magic scrolls. I don't think any of these are gonna be in yet, but these are all ancient magic scrolls. You know, power sliders, meteors that could fall from the sky rarely leave a crater in an item wherever they landed. These could contain valuables such as gold, diamonds, or other crystals, and even contain unique armor sets. When they landed in the ocean, it could possibly require you to blow them up using cannons to get, and then daily challenges. A new UI somewhere has a daily refreshing list of challenges. Unsure how these will be decided. So it's just, you know, a way of getting XP and all that. And that's pretty much everything of the major feature ideas and info. Game information is right here. If you need any of the Trello, if you want to look at this yourself. Also, there's like patch notes and stuff, so you can look at those. All the magic that's going to be in the game, and the lost magic that they show. And yeah, it's going to be a description down below. Hope you enjoyed. If you want informational videos like this later on, subscribe. You know, don't miss them. Besides that, peace out, take care. I'll see you on the release.